What's going on, you guys? My name is Matt, and I want to welcome you to the 0 to 100K project, where I'm challenging myself to go from $0 to $100,000 a month in passive income. And I'm inviting you right now to go on this journey with me. If that resonates with you, if you want to change your financial future, then hey, let's do this thing together. Hit the like button right now and subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be showing you all the things that I'm doing, what's working, and even most importantly, what isn't working. So smash the subscribe button right now. And remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing I am showing you today is financial advice. You guys need to do only what you want to do with your money. DeFi is definitely risky. Use risk capital only. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Last night, there was a 3-hour AMA on the Drip Guides channel that's branded from the Drip Guide, which was really amazing. It was with Forex. He was talking about Drip. He was talking about Animal Farm. He was talking about the entire ecosystem, the roadmap that's coming, and what we can expect, what we can look forward to. And I think Brandon did a great job of getting him to answer specific questions that I actually hadn't heard asked before. He kept him on track with his slides that he prepared beforehand, and I felt like it was excellent. However, it was 3 hours, and I want to give you guys the gems that I got out of it, the things that I thought were the most important, that I was like, wow. Okay. You know, you're always listening, trying to find those things that you're like, did anyone else just hear that? Okay, that's what I'm going to bring you today. So I'm going to condense that so you don't have to watch it. But if you do want to watch it, I'll link it down below to Brandon's channel, and go ahead and give him a subscribe if you're not, and a like. He's been in Drip since the beginning. He's got an awesome, fantastic channel where he's answering questions constantly, and even goes live like 3 times a week. So check that out if you're interested. Okay, jumping right over into my faucet, you guys will see I've got 1,391 deposits. So hey, we're starting to cook, we're starting to heat things up, and it's getting very exciting. You can see that I'm making about 13, almost 14 drip per day. I've already did a compound this morning, and I've already got another 4 available. So this is really starting to get exciting. I can really start to see the power of compound interest working here. And I know what it's like when you're grinding down there with like 10 drip, 20 drip, and then 100 drip. But I can tell you, be encouraged, be excited, because it happens faster than you think, and you can do this thing. And if we look right now at the swap page, we'll see that the price of drip is $7.70, which I think is actually very strong and very bullish. And people in the chat yesterday were talking about a whale that dumped $120,000 worth of drip in one go on the market yesterday or the day before. And basically it caused some price depreciation to happen. I think drip on the DEX dipped down into the 6s, but then it quickly bounced back. And everyone was just saying how strong, what a representation of strength for drip, that even amongst such a bearish market in overall crypto, and even Forex on the AMA last night was talking about how, compared to even other blue chips and market performance as a whole, which is down 80, 90%, drip is outperforming the market in most cases. And so you got to look at that, and you got to think to yourself, how is this going to respond on the next bull run? If it's responding this strong right now, and if we're only going to be adding new users and growing our user base even more, you guys, it's super exciting. And that leads me to my very first thing that I pulled out of the AMA, which was one sentence that Forex said, and it was this. He said something along the lines, he talked about drip in a sentence with the phrase, a decade from now. Okay, that's what I took a note. I don't remember the exact phrase, but he was referencing 10 years from now, something about drip still being here. Now, is there a guarantee that drip will be here in 10 years? Absolutely not. You guys should know that by now. But here's the takeaway. The takeaway is a developer is having the mindset of 10 years from right now. So not months from now, not a year from now, but he's thinking 10 years ahead. He's building out ecosystems and new projects that will all tie together and help drip for at least a decade, is what he's thinking. That's where his aim is and his focus is. That's all you could ask for. Like, there are no guarantees. You know, crypto's the Wild West. Anything can happen. But here we are, a year and a half deep into drip, and look how strong it is. Look what it's already done, you guys. The price is $7.69, but on the internal DEX at all-time high, I don't know if it got to 180, 190, something like that. The potential for life-changing wealth is in this protocol. So he's thinking 10 years out. And the other thing he said in the AMA was that drip is the ultimate on-ramp for all of his other future projects. So when I hear that, I think to myself, it's the linchpin for everything that he has done and everything that he's going to do. So, okay, the way that I process that in my mind is, that makes me think he wouldn't let drip fail. Like he wouldn't let it. Like he couldn't because he'd just be done in the DeFi space. You know what I mean? So in his mind, he said, I'll never build another drip. I'll never build another ROI DApp like drip. Instead, I will only build things for services for the greater crypto market, and they will all still tie back in and cross-pollinate into and serve drip in a greater way. And to illustrate this further, people in fudders will say things like, doesn't he care? Like drip is down so low, it's been going down and it's minting tokens. And as a side note, he really addresses the whole minting tokens thing in a great way on the AMA. So go check that out. I'm not even going to touch on it here. But what I was saying is people say that he's ignoring drip. He's given all of his attention to Animal Farm and Piggy Bank and the new pigs game and like all this stuff. And they're like, dude, your baby drip, it's floundering. Okay, well, let's look at the price chart here. See this run up right here? Do you guys know what was happening right here? He was quote unquote ignoring drip, and he was building the manor farm and getting ready for the animal farm and building out new use cases for people with a drip garden and people to stake drip BUSD in the animal farm. And guys, these new utilities drove all this new crazy price appreciation when he was quote unquote ignoring drip. What do you think is happening right now? Look where we are, right? Rounded bottoms pay the bills. We have these accumulation rounded bottoms, and this is essentially like a blow off top, right? Here we are again, getting ready for the relaunch of the animal farm, for more use case, for the new Dogs of Fortune game, which is the game on top of the pig pen, for the new drip UI, for fiat on-ramp, for the new layer 2 faucet and layer 2 reservoir, for scratchies. You guys, there's so much coming, and all of it is going to cross-pollinate, bring new users in, and bring money back into the drip tax vault, extending the runway and lifespan of drip for years to come. One other thing that I wanted to touch on was that Forex said, I'm jumping around in my notes here, but he said that Scratchies, when Scratchies comes out, he said it could bring hundreds of thousands and even millions to Drip Vault each week. So he said it could bring hundreds of thousands of dollars and maybe even millions of dollars to the Drip Vault each and every week. That's very extremely massive. That's a way bigger impact than I would have thought. Now, could it just be in the hundreds of thousands? Yes. Could it be 100,000? Yes. But he's saying the potential here. Here's the potential of what could happen. Okay, and the next thing that he talked about was that the new Drip UI is actually coming sooner than people think. It's coming in conjunction with the Dogs of Fortune game, which that is set to, so the Animal Farm is going to go live October 18th. After that, I think 3 to 4 weeks, we're going to have the Dogs of Fortune and the new Drip UI. That's what he said on the AMA last night. So to me, that's super exciting to move that up because I think that is going to be a point where everyone's going to be talking about it. It's going to cause a whole new influx of influencers and YouTubers to produce new content, showcasing the new UI. And you can see how this could perpetuate into something very bullish for Drip. Now, at the same time, I would assume, and I need to get confirmation on this, I would assume that the layer 2 faucet and the layer 2 reservoir will be included once that rolls out. Okay, you guys, the next thing that I wanted to quickly touch on was the piggy bank. The piggy bank has virtually been ignored, in my opinion, and maybe rightfully so because the pig's price has gone down so low. You could see the total LPs. This was over 1 million LPs locked. This has been going down. So all of the things that you would want to be going the opposite direction, they're not, right? So it's causing your earnings per day to go down, 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 down. Well, what he said in the AMA was just a reminder that piggy bank is really going to shine when the farm is live because it's based on the underlying asset of the AFP token, which is the pigs token. The pigs token gets its value from the farm being live, which it is not, right? So the only thing giving the AFP token value right now is people that understand how to buy value and people that are buying and holding on to that because they know that it's going to appreciate when the farm opens back up. That's really the thing that's supporting the token right now. So piggy bank is so underrated right now, and it is going to shine and shine big when Animal Farm goes live. People are going to want to use this to grow their pigs balance the most effective way that they can. And I'll just give you a quick little snapshot of how my piggy bank is doing. You could see I have 82 million piglets right here. And let's see, I've got 3 hours and 4 minutes left on today before I can compound again. And I'm already at $500. And the way that I'm looking at this is I'm looking at it that this is almost the worst that it could be, right? Like, if this is the worst that it could be, like, imagine how good this is going to be when the farm is up and running, when new eyes get put on this, when people want to join in. So I'll just leave it at that. But I'm getting pretty excited thinking about this being a sleeping giant inside the ecosystem that's really hasn't even started to shine yet. It really hasn't even had an opportunity to shine, being that it launched and then there was manipulation in it that they had to fix, and then the farm's been paused, and then it relaunched, but the farm's been still paused. So it's never had a chance to really show what it can do, in my opinion. Okay, you guys, the next thing would be the drip garden, which I'm getting more and more mega bullish on the drip garden. You can see the LP balance has been going up now for a couple of weeks straight. And we can better see that if we jump over to the farmer's house and we look at this contract balance right here. So we can see this thing rounding out and just going up, 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 right? So very nice. That's exactly what you want to see, is the contract balance going up. Now you can see that I have 838,000 plants, so I'm on my way to 1 million, and I'm making $84 a day, and my share of the contract reads right now 0.0549%. It's worth $2,536. And I've been doing a claim strategy for the first time since I started in the garden back in February. Probably for the past 3 weeks, I want to say I've been claiming out. You can see that I have 55 LPs that I've taken out of the system. Now, you can see that I haven't sold them because I'm trying to figure out my strategy. And I really want to know your guys' strategy. I was talking to Busta Grills, and he was saying he's going to be harvesting and selling the BUSD and buying more drip and taking all of that and feeding his faucet, using the garden to build his faucet position. So that's one thing. You know, a lot of people are taking their LPs, they're stacking, stacking, stacking. And whenever the farm goes live, they're going to come in here and drop it right in here and bang, start earning pigs. So that's very exciting to me. That's something I'm excited to do. But then, you know, I was listening to Scott, the investor. So shout out to Scott. He's saying he is taking some of the drip, putting it in his faucet, taking some BUSD. Maybe he's going to buy some more of his BREAP position so that he can get more of it, access to his downlines, use some for airdrop rewards. There's really no limit to what you can do, which also makes this so exciting. There aren't a lot of rules. There is no max payout. Just like in real gardening, there are seasons. There are seasons for sowing and planting, and there are seasons for reaping and harvesting. And you can see here, like, this was a season for planting, because everybody who freaked out right here, you basically gained contract share over everybody else who was harvesting. And now everyone who's been planting, we're getting up and we're gearing up for another harvesting season. So you want to be in there. You want to be growing that share of your plants. You want your plants to be, you want to gain more and more plants. And the way that Forex described it on the AMA last night was very cool. He said that basically every day there are these rewards given out, and in the garden, they're plants, right? So everyone who takes their plants and replants them actually grows their garden, while everyone else who takes their plants and sells them, their garden becomes smaller, or their contract share becomes smaller in relationship to everybody who planted. So if all you do is harvest, your share is going to go down, because everyone else is going to be growing theirs exponentially every single day. That's the game of it. That's what makes it to where one person can't drain everything. You guys have seen me do this before, but as an example, you can see the buying power that you have right now, right? So look, if you wanted to buy $2,000 worth of plants right now, you go to Drip Liberation, you put in 2,000 BUSD, you hit supply, and that shows you that would give you 206.9 LP tokens. If you go back over here and pretend like you're going to put those 206.9 LPs in here, you can see $2,000 will get you 715,000 plants. You can almost buy your way to $1 million with $2,000. And for reference, let's jump over to Dune Analytics. Let me refresh this, and I want to show you guys something. And I've showed you guys this before, but I bought in with $2,000, and guess what I got? 216 plants. Okay, back in February 4th, I got 216 plants for $2,000. Now someone today, they can grab 715,000. You see how that equals the playing field? To me, this is why the drip garden, as long as drip is around, the drip garden is going to be around. Like, it's not going anywhere. So to me, that expanded my mind. I'm like, oh man, I have to grow this position. So yeah, I've been harvesting a little bit, and the way that I've been doing it is 2 half days a week, which equal just 1 full day of harvesting. I've been doing mine on Mondays and Thursdays. So like for instance, on Sunday night, I'll stop compounding at 7 and then I'll harvest at 7 a.m. on Monday. I'll do the same thing from Wednesday night to Thursday morning. Okay, right now, you guys, let me go ahead and compound what I have. Right now, I've got $21 available, 9,758 plants. Let's go ahead and plant these seeds because I want to grow this position. Confirm here. And we should see I have 838 currently, and that should go up here in just a moment. There we go. And now I want to jump over to drip.formulate.finance and let me refresh over here. You can see 8.778 LP. When I refresh this, 8.839 LP, right? So the LP is going up. My share of the contract, this has been a little stubborn for me, especially now that I started claiming. It's kind of hanging right here. So that I don't like. I want this number going up. And I'm wondering if I might need to dollar cost average to make that number, to help that number go up. So I'm going to be looking at that. You guys tell me your experience and what you've been doing. But overall, I've been able to grow my garden. I've been able to grow my LP production per day and harvest out some LP. And if you look at Dune, you can see that my wallet has actually 100% ROI'd based on LP, right? This is a game of LP in and LP out. So I already have withdrawn actually over 26% more than the LP that I bought originally. Now the price isn't the same because the LP price is down from where I bought it. But you want to get undervalued assets, right? That's what investing is. You buy undervalued assets, you wait for them to appreciate in price, and then you sell and you take your profits. So you could see, here's my LP production. It's going up even with me claiming. Okay, you guys, that wraps up today's video. After watching the AMA, I just had a feeling of excitement for everything that's coming. But I just left feeling, man, this is really going to happen. Like this is real, because it feels like it keeps getting pushed off for so long that it's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really going to get excited about it till I see it. I finally feel like, yeah, I can get excited about it now. I feel like everyone out there who's been compounding, who's been hydrating, you guys are about to reap massive, massive rewards. If you don't know what drip is and you're just seeing this for the first time, I have tons of other videos explaining everything about drip, but it's basically a smart contract that whatever you deposit into it, you get paid out 1% every single day up to 365%. And that's not including the idea that you can compound your returns every single day. And that 365% becomes multiple thousands of percent over time. Don't forget, you can join my Telegram group, the 0 to 100K Project. There's tons of amazing people on there. We're all helping each other become our best selves, increase the amount of passive income that we're earning. It's super positive and it's free. And I'll link to that down below. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you in the next video.